Greetings, dear HMC friends, on this 1st of May 2024. And I pray today you would know the presence of God that is with you. Today I wanted to turn to Jesus' parable about watchfulness. And Luke helps us with this in chapter 12. And I pick up from verse 35. Be dressed, ready for service, and keep your lamps burning, like people waiting for their master to return from a wedding banquet, so that when they come and they knock on the door, it can be opened immediately. And then skipping through to the end of that story, and from verse 49, from everyone who has been given much, much will be demanded. And from the one who has been entrusted with much, much more will be asked. And we thank God for those words to us today. So the 1st of May is not just a public holiday in South Africa, but there are many countries in the world who today take the day off, because the 1st of May is Workers' Day, or Labour Day as others may call it. A time when we remember those who serve us. We are very fortunate, for we as South Africans know great help and service that many other populations in the world do not know, where many others have to do it for themselves, and yet we are assisted. And that's a whole other story within itself. But the many, many people who serve you and I've always felt for the workers of some of the grocery chains. Comes to days like Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, they're expected to pitch in and arrive at work. And so today, maybe as part of our devotion, to think about everybody you encountered yesterday, who served you, who helped you. And maybe that ready chopped vegetable that you picked up instead of having to prepare it for yourself. The person who peeled and chopped it for you. In fact, it would be interesting to try and do a list of the number of people who served us just yesterday. And so today could be a time for us to come and to give thanks for those who serve us. Particularly those who are probably the nearest to us, and we maybe don't notice the service because it's just so much part of everyday life, that we stop to give thanks for these people. The second part, which I pull out of the parable, is about watchfulness. And for those who have had the opportunity to work, or are still workers today, this immense privilege that we have in being paid for the things that we do. That in some ways we can provide for ourselves and our families. And in our own country, when we think about it, there's over 32% of our population who are unemployed, who don't know how they can provide, far less tomorrow, but for today. And so to those who do have jobs, of what Christ says here, of watchfulness. Because in South Africa, it is a privilege to have a job and to be paid for it. And that we need to be watchful in what we do with those jobs. That we do it to the best of our ability. Because as we're given this privilege, as Christ says, much is demanded. How do we treat that? How do we treat our bosses? How do we steal time or contribute? And so maybe today, if you've had the privilege of knowing through your working life that you've had a job, or you'll presently have a job, that too we give thanks for that privilege. So thanking God for those who serve us, being grateful to them, and thanking God and we giving gratitude for our jobs and the opportunities that we have. And so may God bless you. And I hope sometime in the day you can put your feet up and enjoy this public holiday. Take care and God bless.